and requesting also the Honourable Minister of State for Ayush, Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai, to please felicitate our dignitaries by presenting them the shawl. It's a great moment for us, felicitating our Honourable Prime Minister, Prime Minister Modi. Ladies and gentlemen, under the able leadership of Honourable Prime Minister Modi, Ayurveda today is not just an alternative, but in fact it is the basis of India's health policy. Felicitating now the Honourable Prime Minister of Mauritius, Dr. Tedros, already thanked and felicitated. And also, may I request the shawl being presented to the Honourable Chief Minister of Gujarat. आभार व्यक्त करते हैं श्री भूपेंद्र रजनीकांत पटेल जी का और डॉक्टर मनसुख मांडविया जी का। Ladies and gentlemen, let's mark this auspicious occasion as per our Indian traditions. In India, we strongly believe that whenever we take a new work, we invoke the blessings of Lord Ganesha, who is the Lord of many happy new beginnings and the Lord of prosperity. And we also invoke the blessings of Lord Dhanvantri, the benevolent Lord who is the remover of all fear and diseases from the face of humanity. So we have the Ganesh Vandana and the Dhanvantari Vandana by the students of Ayurveda, and they have come from different parts of the country.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु रोगान् सततानुषक्तान् अशेषकाय प्रसृतान् शेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारहितान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै। नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मं लोके जरारुक् भयमृत्युनाशं धातारमीशं विविधोषधीनां सव्योमवातावनिवारिवह्निं पञ्चप्रपञ्चात्मकदेहभाजं सन्तापसम्पातजरा ज्वरान्तक शान्तं नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं नवीननीलमुदकान्तिकान्तं शान्तं हरेर्द्वादशमाख्यमूर्तिं पूर्तिं शतानां सुमनोरथानां नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवम् शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So that's the auspicious beginning with an invocation to the Vignaharta and to Lord Dhanvantri. And at the onset, I now request the host minister, the Honourable Minister of Ayush, Shri Sarbanand Sonowal, under whose guidance, ladies and gentlemen, the Ayush Mantralaya has been taking various research and development activities. I request him and invite him for his welcome address.
Namaskar. Most respected Honourable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, Honourable Prime Minister of Mauritius, Sri Praveen Kumar Jagannath ji, Honourable Director General WHO Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus ji, Honourable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, Honourable Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, Sri Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Honourable Minister of State of Ayush, Sri Manjupara ji, respected Minister from the State of Gujarat, Honourable MPs and MLAs, invited Ambassador, High Commissioner, diplomats of foreign embassies, international guests, officers from the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, officers from the State of Gujarat, members from media, organizers, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all at this historic event of the history, that is the groundbreaking ceremony for the establishment of world's first global center for traditional medicine. WHO has been effectively fostering collaboration amongst the member nations in the realm of traditional medicine since year of its establishment. It has identified and acted upon various priority areas of cooperation amongst member states. The establishment of Global Center for Traditional Medicine in India is a remarkable fulfillment of the commitment by WHO made during one of the toughest times currently faced by humanity is beyond matched. I am happy that the difficult times of COVID-19 has not constrained us from going ahead on this agenda. The commitment of ensuring public health as the foundation for sustainable social and economic development and poverty reduction can be realized only by strengthening the traditional system of medicine. It is the wisdom developed of observation, experimentation, and practices over thousands of years which are documented in coded form. It is of prime importance for member states to work together to integrate modern science with the codified system of traditional medicine. This would help the scientific community and the states to achieve the challenges like antimicrobial resistance, growing incidence of age-related disorders, non-communicable diseases, as well as to achieve the objective like tuberculosis-free world. I am sure that the upcoming center would certainly address such important issues. India has been proven pioneers in the field of traditional medicine since time immemorial. The knowledge sharing and cooperation has been documented in history, and in continuation of the same, focused effort have been relentlessly undertaken by the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. The establishing of the Global Center is an effort to bring synergy and cooperation in this domain would benefit all the member states. While mentioning the exponential growth of the Ayush Ministry in India under the visionary leadership of our Honourable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, we have noticed increased budgetary allocation, launch of Central Government National Ayush Mission for the development of Ayush sector in a focused way through the state and union territories government. Performance of yoga, where Ministry of Ayush has successfully organized 7 International Day of Yoga on 21st June every year since 2015. The International Day of Yoga main event in our country is led by Honourable Prime Minister, who is also involved through Guinness World Records. Ayush has been also characterized by involvement of technology, where access to people is through mobile apps and portals, and through education reforms as well as of doing business. The ministry is under a stage of transition, so much so that the present turnovers of Indian Ayush industry is $18.1 billion from $3 billion in 2014. India has been a sound strategic partner to WHO since years by establishing WHO Global Center at Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. It will provide for closer interaction among the academicians, researchers and experts, which should in turn result in a synergistic and exponential growth of traditional system and practices. This new center will support to implement WHO traditional medicine strategy and support to the nation in developing policies and action plans to strengthen the role of traditional medicine as part of their journey to universal health coverage. On behalf of the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, I profoundly thank Honourable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, for his outstanding initiative and continuous guidance for making WHO Global Center of Traditional Medicine a reality in Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. I also thank Honourable Prime Minister of Mauritius, Sri Praveen Kumar Jagannath, for gracing the occasion and expressing his solidarity through his presence today. I especially thank Director General WHO Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus for his visionary decision towards establishing WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned to you earlier, Jamnagar has been able to carve a niche as a pioneer in Ayurvedic medicine research and academia. It already has an institute of national importance with the ITRA, and now another feather in the crown with the Global Center coming up here. The Global Center's interim office is going to be there in ITRA, and while Jamnagar will continue to be the hub, the center has been designed to cater to the needs, to engage and to benefit all regions of the world. That way Jamnagar is going to be soon becoming the hub of traditional medicine. A very happy occasion and of course a proud moment for all in Jamnagar, and especially for the Chief Minister of Gujarat. And we now look forward to his views and expressions on this important occasion, inviting the Honourable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Rajnikant Patel ji.
વિશ્વ આરોગ્ય સંસ્થા WHO અને ભારત સરકારના આયુષ મંત્રાલયના સહયોગથી શરૂ થનાર ગ્લોબલ સેન્ટર ફોર ટ્રેડિશનલ મેડિસિનના ભૂમિપૂજન ઉપસ્થિત વિશ્વ નેતા આદરણીય વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદી સાહેબ, મોરેશિયસના પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી પ્રવિન્દ કુમાર જુગનેત, WHOના ડિરેક્ટર જનરલ ડોક્ટર ટેડ્રોસ એધનોમ, केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री सबानंद सोनेवाल, डॉक्टर मनसुखभाई मांडविया, डॉक्टर महेंद्र भाई पुंजपरा अने सौ महानुभावों अने भाईओ अने बहनों सौने मारा नमस्कार। परंपरागत चिकित्सा पद्धतिना शोध संशोधन अने तेना अमल द्वारा जामनगर हवे विश्वमां वेलनेस एंड प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केरना नक्शे चमकवानुं छे। मित्रों, देश अने दुनिया जे आजे विचारे छे ते बाबत श्री नरेन्द्रभाई अगाउथी विचारीने दीर्घदृष्टिपूर्ण विजनरी लीडर बन्या छे। वडाप्रधानश्रीना दिशादर्शनमां योग तथा आयुर्वेदनुं जे ज्ञान अने परंपरागत चिकित्सानो जे प्राचीन वारसो छे ते आजे सौनी आरोग्य वृद्धिना हेतुथी एक अलग ज स्वरूपे प्रस्तुत थई रह्यो छे। बहुजन हिताय बहुजन सुखायना सूत्र आ होलिस्टिक चिकित्साथी विश्वमां साकार थवानुं छे। वडाप्रधानश्रीए ग्लोबल हेल्थ फेसिलिटीजना नक्शा उपर जामनगरने कायमना धोरणे अंकित करी दीधुं छे। अगाऊ जामनगरना इंस्टिट्यूट ऑफ टीचिंग एंड रिसर्च इन आयुर्वेद ने राष्ट्रीय महत्वनी संस्था जाहेर करीने वडाप्रधानश्रीए जामनगरमां ग्लोबल सेंटरनी स्थापनानो पायो नाख्यो हतो ने हवे WHO आखा विश्व में भारत ने ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन की स्थापना माटे पसंद कर्यु छे। ते माटे आदरणीय वडाप्रधान श्री नरेन्द्रभाई मोदीनो अने WHO ना वडानो हूँ आभार मानु छूं। भारत में आयुर्वेद योग जेवी प्राचीन परंपरा उपचार पद्धतिओनो खजानो रहेलो छे। कहेवाय छे के आयुर्वेदना पितामह धन्वंतरी समुद्र मंथन ने अंते अमृत कलश लईने प्रगट थया हता। वडाप्रधान श्री नरेन्द्रभाई मोदी देशनी आजादीना अमृत महोत्सवना वर्षे आ ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन रूपी अमृत कलश देशने भेट धर्यो छे। 138 जेटली परंपरागत चिकित्सा पद्धतिनुं आ केन्द्र आयुर्विज्ञानना आदान प्रदाननो आंतरराष्ट्रीय मंच बनी रहेशे। भारतनी परंपरागत चिकित्सा पद्धतिओ मात्र रोग वटाड़ोमां ज नहीं परंतु तेने जड़मूळथी दूर करवामां अने फरी ते न थाय तेवी असरकारक अने कारगर चिकित्सा पद्धतिओ छे। आ पद्धतिओ रोगने कोईपण आड़असर विना ज मटाडे छे तेमज शरीरने ते रोग माटे लड़वानी कुदरती क्षमता प्रदान करे छे। साथीओ, आयुर्वेद सहितनी आ प्राचीन चिकित्सा परंपराने आगळ वधारता गुजरातना सपूत अने देशना वडाप्रधान श्री नरेन्द्रभाईए स्वतंत्र भारतना इतिहासमां प्रथमवार आयुष मंत्रालय शरू कर्युं छे। वडाप्रधानश्रीए सौथी अगत्यना 4 प्राथमिक क्षेत्रों में आयुषनो समावेश कर्यो छे। श्री नरेन्द्रभाईनी सरकारे आयुर्वेद योग और अन्य आयुष पद्धतिओं ने सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य व्यवस्थानी साथे संयोजित करवानो निर्धार कर्यो छे। 21મી सदी में आधुनिक विज्ञान साथे आ पुरातन ज्ञान ने जोड़वानुं महत्वपूर्ण कार्य आ ग्लोबल सेंटर थी कराशे। ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन की स्थापना वडाप्रधानश्रीनुं आगू कदम छे। वडाप्रधानश्रीना प्रयासों कारण विश्व समुदाय में भारतनो सॉफ्ट पावर वध्यो छे। विश्व आखा ने एक परिवार समझी सौना साथ सौनी तंदुरस्ती माटे आ ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन कार्यरत बनशे ए बात निश्चित है। अहीं विश्वभरना आयुर्वेदना विद्वानों, चिकित्सकों और वैज्ञानिकों आवशे। तेमना ज्ञाननो सीधो लाभ गुजरात और देशनी जनतानी स्वास्थ्य सुखाकारी माटे मळशे। गुजरात ने आ ग्लोबल सेंटरना सौभाग्य प्राप्त करावा बदल ફરી એકવાર હું લોકલાડીલા વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈનો સૌ ગુજરાતીઓ વતી હૃદયથી આભાર માની વિરમું છું. જય જય ગરવી ગુજરાત, ભારત માતા કી જય, વંદે માતરમ.
Thank you, Honourable Chief Minister, sir, for your address. And ladies and gentlemen, as you know that Bangladesh, Bhutan and Nepal are among the 11 SEER members of WHO. Bhutan's national health policy includes the traditional and the complementary medicine, and in Nepal and Bangladesh, the national policy on traditional and complementary medicine is integrated into their national drug policy. On this momentous occasion, we've also received the messages from the Honourable Prime Ministers of Bangladesh, Bhutan and Nepal. Let's listen in to their message.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and WHO Director General for opening the Global Center for Traditional Medicine. It is my great pleasure to join you on this auspicious occasion. The emergence of COVID-19 pandemic has showed us the need to revisit our focus in ensuring good health and well-being of our people. I believe if the traditional medicine is practiced in tandem with the modern medicine, we may expect better outcome in ensuring basic healthcare for all, as envisioned in the SDG Goal 3. In this regard, I would like to thank WHO for playing its due role in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that the Global Center for Traditional Medicine will emerge as a global hub for evidence-based research and standards for traditional medicine. We appreciate the Center's strategic focus on sustainability, equity, and innovation. It is important that the ancient knowledge base of traditional medicine be combined with modern science and technologies to optimize its benefits. In Bangladesh, traditional medicine has always been a part of our history and cultural tradition. Our government integrated traditional medicine into our National Health Policy 2011. We have officially recognized the potential contribution of Unani, Ayurvedic and homeopathic medical services to our efforts in achieving SDG 3. We have 73 institutes that offer 4-year diploma courses and 4 colleges that offer bachelor degrees in traditional medicine. In addition to offering outpatient services by traditional medicine experts, most of our district and sub-district level public health facilities are equipped with medical plant gardens. We look forward to partnering with the Global Center on critical issues like quality control, curriculum development, and regularity standards. We shall positively consider joint medical research projects in areas of our mutual interests. Excellencies, the efforts of Government of India under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in controlling the COVID-19 pandemic and achieving massive vaccination coverage are really commendable. Bangladesh has also successfully controlled the pandemic and the first dose of vaccine covered 100% of the targeted population, while second dose 97%. The engagement, collaboration and exchange of COVID-19 related medicines and medical equipment between Bangladesh and India during the surge of pandemic has been considered role model of good neighborhood diplomacy. The whole world has seen how two neighbors support each other and work together during the time of crisis. I thank the Government of India and WHO once again for taking this much needed initiative. I wish this center all success. Thank you all once again.
Your Excellency, Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, Dr. Tedros, DG WHO, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of conveying the warm greetings and good wishes of my King, the Queen, and people of Bhutan. Although virtual, I am really excited to be part of this landmark initiative that is taking place in Gujarat today. The coming about of the WHO Global Center dedicated to traditional medicine, first of its kind, means a lot to us here in Bhutan. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of this historic event. History has it that our country is also referred as the land of medicinal plants. This is because Bhutan's high mountains and valleys are fertile for varieties of medicinal plants and herbs, and we Bhutanese at large attach lots of spiritual values to it. And for me personally, anything that contributes to a progressive healthcare and healing is an area that touches my heart the most. Like every medical practitioner, I also believe that traditional medicine complements allopathic treatment in offering wholesome healthcare. Traditional medicine is time-tested and plays a vital role in the healthcare system of 21st century. Just like the growing mood for healthy lifestyle and our obsession for organic food, the importance of traditional and alternate medicine is re-emerging as more people realize its real value. For the same reason, Bhutan always placed equal, if not more importance to traditional medical services. In Bhutan, we offer both traditional and allopathic medical services under one roof, giving people the option to choose between the two. We also have the system of cross-referral of patients between the practitioners of the two arms of the medicine. We consider this practice of integrated modern and traditional medicine as the best approach to wholesome health care of an individual. In a world where traditional medicine and its knowledge are put aside, Bhutan enjoys this unique blend. With the landmark global center coming up in Gujarat, we are hopeful of sharing our unique practices and resources at such global forum. As we all know, research, innovation and technology for traditional medicine or in the field of traditional medical practice is not widely explored or straightforward. We have to be cautious and be unique in the design of such research works in the field of traditional medicine. We should be able to retain its authenticity while infusing technology to it. Random integration of technology and conventional research approach into traditional medicine may not necessarily take us to the right direction. I am so happy that the center is taking this difficult task ahead. One immediate need would be to study the decline in natural medicinal resources, which I feel is mostly aggravated by climate change and human habits. We must explore ideas and technology to preserve and replenish the medicinal flora. This will also help in documenting and preserving the traditional medicine knowledge before it disappears. And as expected, Your Excellency Shri Narendra Modi once again rise to the occasion. We remember how your renewed efforts and dedication brought nations to celebrate International Yoga and Ayurveda Day every year. This time, you are stepping up to strengthen the traditional medicine at global stage. These commitments reflect your kindness, generosity, and compassion, and this will go a long way in the pursuit of healthy living. I thank Prime Minister Modi and Dr. Tedros for this kind initiative. We Bhutanese believe in tendril, an auspicious beginning which will lead to promising outcomes. We see the right destination in India, which has the oldest and most diverse practices in traditional medicine, the perfect timing as we finally see light at the end of the pandemic, and compassionate beings like PM Modi ji and Dr. Tedros to lead this initiative. With this beginning, we are ensuring that traditional medicine and its benefits are harvested for the present and preserved for the future. I have no doubt that this initiative will be hugely successful and will offer traditional medicine its rightful place in our modern healthcare system. I thank you all and Tashidele.
His Excellency Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Director General of WHO, Dr. Tedros, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. I am delighted that India is hosting the first WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, Gujarat. On this special occasion, I congratulate the Government of India and the WHO for this worthy initiative that will go a long way in the promotion and development of traditional medicine, including Ayurveda, for the well-being of the mankind. As global health problems continue to increase, the role of traditional medicine is vital in ensuring holistic health care, including affordable health care, prevention of diseases, wellness, and overall improvement in human health. Our region is rich in traditional medicine since ancient time. Nepal and India are home to rich biodiversity, herbs, and medicinal plants. Our indigenous medical practice is based on nature and local knowledge. India has emerged as a global pharmaceutical and technology hub. India is already a leader in Ayurveda with its rich legacy of traditional medical practices. In this context, establishment of WHO Global Center for the Traditional Medicine in India will serve to advance the knowledge and the practice of traditional medicines and contribute to global health and wellness by utilizing their vast potential. I believe that WHO's involvement in promoting traditional medicine through evidence-based research, innovation, use of science and technology, and sharing of knowledge would contribute towards achieving health-related SDG 3. Before I conclude, I recommend Prime Minister Modi ji for this noble undertaking. This will be an important contribution towards universal access to health based on the synergy of medical traditions and knowledge and their scientific development. Thank you very much.
That, ladies and gentlemen, were the Honourable Prime Ministers of Bangladesh, Bhutan and Nepal sharing with us the initiatives which they are taking in their respective countries, and also congratulating Prime Minister Modi and Dr. Tedros. And I'm sure for Dr. Tedros it's a moment of happiness and a moment of satisfaction as the center comes up. And Dr. Tedros, ladies and gentlemen, you've spoken on various platforms that he strongly believes that harnessing the potential of traditional medicine when founded with evidence, innovation and sustainability can be a game changer for the healthcare. And towards that, various initiatives he has been taking, and today the passion with which he had been driving has come true in the form of the Global Center coming up here. So we look forward to his futuristic vision and his progressive views. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, as I invite Director General WHO, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, for his address.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Kemcho Bada. Majama. Thank you. Gujaratima Avine Mene Bohu Meja Avi. Thank you. Namaste. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Your Excellency, Prime Minister Pravin Kumar Jugnauth, Honourable Cabinet Ministers, Your Excellency, Chief Minister of Gujarat, Bhupendra Patel, I'm very, very happy to be here today with you. Before I start, I should say that I have a special connection with India. I told this to His Excellency Prime Minister a number of times. I was told by teachers from India in my high school years and later in university when I was studying biology. And in fact, I learned about traditional medicine in India from an early age through those teachers of mine from India. So the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine is not a coincidence. My Indian teachers taught me well also about traditional medicine, and I'm very grateful to them. By the way, I also grew up watching Bollywood films. And I understand that the Swiss Alps are a favorite destination for Bollywood fans. And the first film which I remember and which probably affected me like the Indian teachers of mine were Mamma India. The WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine that we're launching will help to harness the power of science to strengthen the evidence base for traditional medicine. I'm grateful to Prime Minister Modi and to the Government of India for their leadership in supporting this important initiative and the investment of $250 million to establish the center with an interim office, new location and building, and a 10-year commitment for operating costs. From the day I spoke to His Excellency Prime Minister Modi, his commitment was amazing, and I knew that this center would be in good hands, and that's what we're seeing. So thank you so much for your leadership, Your Excellency. This is a truly global project. 107 WHO member states have national governmental offices for traditional and complementary medicine. So this means India will go to the world and the whole world will come to India. Examples of traditional medicines being turned into modern medicines abound around the world, from throughout India, with such products as turmeric, neem, and jamun, and from indigenous communities in Brazil to the Kalahari Desert. But when it comes to how these products are identified, developed, and tested, and how the benefits are shared with the communities that nurtured them, on that there is still much work to be done. Today marks a critical step in helping to bring the promise of traditional medicine to fruition, to the benefit of people around the globe. Helping to ensure that all people have access to safe and effective treatments is an essential part of WHO's mission. For many millions of people around the world, traditional medicine is the first part of call to treat many diseases. The new center will complement WHO's work on traditional medicine in headquarters, regional and country offices. It will focus on evidence, data, sustainability and innovation to support national policies and optimize the use of traditional medicine for health and well-being all over the world. Because traditional medicine is tied to the earth and the communities that have nurtured it, critical to the center's mission will be sustainability and equity, and the importance of respecting local resources and rights, including sharing intellectual property. The center's 5 main areas of work are: first, leadership and partnership in working with our global networks to support countries' research priorities for traditional medicine. Second, evidence and learning as we expand the knowledge base on traditional medicine, including with clinical trials and new holistic research methods appropriate to traditional medicine. Third, data and analytics. The 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases by WHO will help to establish reliable data on the use of traditional medicine with the inclusion in WHO global surveys, including at the household level. Fourth, sustainability and equity for biodiversity, socio-cultural resources, intellectual property, and other issues. And fifth, innovation and technology, including an artificial intelligence project which has already started global mapping of patents and research, as well as links to the new WHO Innovation Hub. As WHO, universal health coverage is a top priority. At the same time, we recognize that countries face many challenges to provide essential health services for all people in a sustainable way. Traditional medicine has been an integral resource for health for centuries in communities around the world. It's still a mainstay for some with inequities in access to conventional medicine, but also because of their trust in traditional holistic knowledge, practices, and resources. WHO's traditional medicine strategy aims to help countries develop policies and plans to strengthen the role of traditional medicine based on solid science and evidence. Where appropriate, countries can integrate traditional medicine into modern health systems, especially at the primary health care level, and to promote its use by individuals and communities in holistic efforts to promote well-being. I know that India offers its citizens regulated services of Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Soa, Rigpa, and homeopathy. And the health workforce of registered Ayush practitioners is more than 800,000, which is almost equivalent to that of conventional medical practitioners. WHO is now working with the government of India as well as several other member states to study how this integrated approach has worked, including in health emergencies. In an ideal world, traditional medicine would be an option, a choice offered by a well-functioning, people-centered health system that balances curative services with preventive care in harmony with natural environments. In fact, the 2018 Declaration of Astana on primary health care took traditional medicine into account, and it can help countries on their path to universal health coverage, improving equitable access to safe, quality and effective traditional and complementary medicine services can both help to meet communities' needs and help to build culturally and environmentally sensitive primary health care. Traditional medicine is also part of the growing $1 trillion global health, wellness, beauty, and pharmaceutical industries. Over 40% of pharmaceutical formulations are based on natural products, highlighting the vital importance of conserving biodiversity and sustainability. In fact, the discovery of aspirin drew on traditional medicine formulations using the bark of the willow tree. The contraceptive pill was developed from the roots of wild yam plants, and child cancer treatments have been based on the rosy periwinkle. And Nobel Prize winning research on artemisinin for malaria control started with a review of ancient Chinese medicine. WHO's COVID-19 research database has over 2,500 citations of traditional medicine, and traditional medicine publications are among the top 5 most downloaded on the WHO website. Today, traditional medicine faces challenges with regulatory issues such as the lack of systematic data and evidence, insufficient financial support for research, and not enough mechanisms to monitor the safety of traditional medicine practice. So, as yet, the contribution of traditional medicine to national health systems is not yet fully realized. This new global center for traditional medicine will be a powerful vehicle for taking their journey forward. So let me leave you with 4 priorities for going forward. First, for governments, academics, and practitioners around the world to engage with the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine to share knowledge and research from your own countries so that it can benefit the whole world. Second, to open health systems to relevant traditional and complementary medicine so that people have a choice to access services for their health and well-being in a way they find most acceptable and accessible. Third, for innovators, industry, and governments to develop traditional medicines in a sustainable, environmentally sensitive, and equitable manner. And fourth, to make sure that the communities which nurtured the traditional medicines also benefit from their development, including through sharing the fruits of intellectual property. I look forward to our continuing collaboration through the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine and to realizing the fruits of its work with global public goods that can be of benefit to all. Finally, before I end, I would like to close by again appreciating His Excellency the Prime Minister from the start, from day one, who has given it all he can and made it to this level. And I know this center, as I said earlier, is in good hands because I have seen the commitment in him, but not only in him, but I have seen the commitment at all levels. So thank you so much for agreeing to host this center. And indeed, as I said earlier, the world will come to India, Jamnagar, and India will also go to the world through traditional medicine. And I hope this will be one of the important things that will bring the world together, because it will have training component, it will have research component, it will have other things that will advance traditional medicine. Then maybe to my teachers, I will just, in respect of them, I will say a bit in Hindi. Namaste, मैं यहाँ आकर बहुत खुश हूँ. मेरे इंडिया गुरु जनों ने पारंपरिक चिकित्सा का परिचय किया है. I hope I said it well, but this is my respect to the teachers, to the all Indian teachers who have taught me and who have influenced me, to express my greatest respect and appreciation. And really glad to start this partnership with India also. Very important initiative that I hope, and I believe, not I hope, I believe will be a success. Abajo.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros, for your appreciative message for India and for Honourable Prime Minister Modi, showing that confidence in India and the leadership of Honourable Prime Minister Modi, and also sharing with us the promise, the vision and the mission of this global centre. And you definitely stole the heart of everyone present here by speaking in Gujarati. Tamumano abhar manu chu. Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I take the distinct honor of inviting our special invitee, His Excellency Mr. Praveen Kumar Jugnauth, the Honourable Prime Minister of the Republic of Mauritius, for his address.
Your Excellency Shri Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister of India, Your Excellency Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General of the World Health Organization, Your Excellency Shri Sarbananda Sonowal, Honourable Union Minister of Ayush and Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Your Excellency Shri Bhupendrabhai Patel, Honourable Chief Minister of Gujarat, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, namaskar. આ મારી ગુજરાત રાજ્યની પહેલી મુલાકાત છે. આને પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદી ના ગૃહ રાજ્યમાં આવીને મને ઘણો આનંદ થયો છે. It is indeed with great pleasure for me to attend this groundbreaking ceremony for the establishment of the World Health Organization Global Center for Traditional Medicine. I would like to thank all the organizers, the Government of India, and especially Shri Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, for kindly associating Mauritius with this very important event. Since time immemorial, naturally occurring products such as plants and minerals have been used in the treatment of diseases. The use of herbal remedies transmitted through generations to cure the sick is still prevalent today. The World Health Organization recognizes that traditional medicine is the sum total of the knowledge, skill and practices based on the beliefs and experiences indigenous to different cultures. We have reached a critical moment in the use of herbal medicinal products. Many people worldwide rely on them for at least some part of primary health care. In view of the significance of natural products and traditional medicines, measures have to be taken to protect public health and address challenges associated with the effective monitoring of the safety of all herbal medicines. There could not be a more opportune time to set up this global center for traditional medicine than now. The center will compile evidence and data for the formulation of policies, standards, and regulatory frameworks for safe, cost-effective, and equitable use of traditional medicines. At the very outset, allow me to commend His Excellency, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the World Health Organization, for his vision to set up the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine. The center will no doubt contribute significantly towards harnessing the potential of traditional medicine. I would also wish to emphasize that this important institution would not have seen the light of the day without the contribution of the government of India, and especially the personal contribution of Shri Narendra Modi ji, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India, for its financial support to the center's establishment, infrastructure, and operations. We are extremely grateful to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, Government of India, and the Indian people for this generous contribution. We appreciate that the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine, the very first and only global outpost of the WHO on traditional medicine, will be an accessible, eco-friendly, and interactive facility showcasing global traditions and modern scientific advances in traditional medicine. Excellencies, let me seize this opportunity to recall that the practice of Indian traditional medicine in Mauritius started back in 1834 with our forefathers who arrived from India as the first indentured immigrants. The practice became part of our tradition and maintained its importance in the treatment of common ailments. Indeed, this prompted the official recognition of Ayurveda in the late 1980s. Mauritius introduced the Ayurveda and Other Traditional Medicine Act in 1989. Our country thus became one of the rare countries outside India where the practice of Ayurvedic treatment is duly regulated. I must point out here that soon after the adoption of the legislation, Mauritius hosted the first International Ayurveda Conference in 1990 at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute in Mocha. On this note, I wish to express our gratitude to the Jamnagar, Gujarat University for offering scholarships to young Mauritian students who were admitted to the Bachelor in Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery program in the early 1990s. Excellencies, Ayurvedic medicine started to be used officially at 2 mediclinics in Mauritius as from 2004. With a good response and increasing demand for such therapy, new outlets were later opened. Presently, we have 6 dedicated public clinics that provide Ayurvedic services and medicine to our people. In Mauritius, Ayurvedic clinics are run not only by the government, but also by NGOs as well as the private sector. Additionally, the Ayurvedic unit at the Ministry of Health and Wellness of Mauritius ensures training in Ayurvedic practice. Many in our country recall the visit to Mauritius in April 2016 of Sri Yeso Naik, then Minister of Ayush, during which a proposal was made for the observance of Ayurveda Day. The Government of India subsequently accepted our proposal. The first Ayurveda Day was celebrated in Mauritius in October 2016, and after that on Dhanteras Day every year. The Ayurveda Day has now become an annual celebration in Mauritius. It provides an opportunity to raise awareness and sensitize the population on the benefits of Ayurvedic medicines, treatment and plants. Sri Modi ji, you will recall your state visit to Mauritius in March 2015, during which our two countries signed a memorandum of understanding for the strengthening of cooperation in the field of traditional medicine and homeopathy, including the setting up of an Ayush chair. Significant groundwork has been completed towards the establishment of an Ayush Center of Excellence, including a state-of-the-art Ayush hospital in Mauritius. A consultant provided by the Indian government in assisting us in a feasibility study. And I'm pleased to announce that the center will be constructed on 12 acres of land at Koddo city in the center of Mauritius with the support of the Government of India. Excellencies, let me conclude by highlighting that traditional medicine is increasing its prominence in the world of modern science. Some 40% of approved pharmaceutical products in use today are derived from natural substances, and this underscores the vital importance of conserving biodiversity and sustainability. The potential for the sustained development of Ayurveda is immense, and the WHO Global Center in Jamnagar will be an accessible, eco-friendly and interactive facility, showcasing global tradition and modern scientific advances in traditional medicine. In this regard, Mauritius is committed to working with the WHO and partner countries like India. I have no doubt that refocusing on the traditional ways of healing will enable us to mitigate and cure various diseases and ailments that are afflicting the whole of humanity in today's stressful world. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Prime Minister Jugnauth, for sharing with us the progressive vision which you have for your country towards promoting traditional medicine and further very closely working with WHO and India. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment for which all of us have been waiting. We have now the groundbreaking ceremony of the Global Center for Traditional Medicine, and I would like to request Honourable Prime Minister Modi, Honourable Prime Minister Jugnauth, Dr. Tedros and all present to kindly unveil the WHO GCTM plaque. May I request Honourable Prime Minister Modi, Honourable Prime Minister Jugnauth to please move towards the plaque area. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a place where the main center is going to be coming up in an acre of 35 acres, and that's close to 1,41,640 square meters, unveiled at the hands of our Honourable Prime Minister Modi. GCTM, ladies and gentlemen, this global center is going to be performing 5 main functions: leadership in management, evidence in learning, data and analytics, innovation and technology, sustainable development and equity. And the center is going to be further ensuring the safety, efficacy, quality, accessibility and the rational use of traditional medicines. Thank you once again to Honourable Prime Minister Modi for unveiling the plaque and laying the foundation for the GCTM. We now bring you a short video on GCTM.
Traditional medicine is widely used and increasingly relevant in the world today. Yet, it has been around for millennia. At a time when we were more in balance with our environment and in harmony with nature, we began looking into its healing powers to cure our aches and pains and discover our own remedies. Our understanding of traditional practices began to grow. Now over 80% of the world's population use traditional medicine. It's also the foundation for many modern medicines and practices. Some 40% of the approved pharmaceutical products in use today come from natural substances like tree barks and plant roots. So why don't national health strategies fully take all this into account? To answer these and other questions, we welcome the World Health Organization's new Global Center for Traditional Medicine. A bold new vision that starts in Jamnagar, Gujarat in India, but has a truly global reach. A center to support evidence and data, sustainability and innovation, bringing together the latest knowledge and technology to advance our understanding of methods already in use by billions of people. Catalyzing ancient wisdom and modern science has never been more needed as we strive towards our global health objectives to keep the world healthy and safe, to serve those in the most vulnerable situations and promote good health and well-being for everyone. Let's take a bold new look at this most ancient and most modern practice. Welcome to WHO's Global Center for Traditional Medicine.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been wondering why Jamnagar is the strategic choice for this global center, we have the answer with this video.
Many of the state-of-the-art traditional medicine systems that the world is familiar with in these contemporary times were born and bred in India. These practices were established thousands of years ago. Under the visionary leadership of the Honourable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the path-breaking policy initiatives and new ideas of Government of India have ensured a monumental surge in the worldwide popularity of yoga and traditional Indian medicine on the world stage. And now, a landmark step in sync with the vision and efforts of the PM Narendra Modi towards Ayush and universal well-being is the establishment of the WHO Global Center of Traditional Medicine in Gujarat.
WHO ने ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन इसकी स्थापना के लिए दुनिया में से भारत को चुना है और अब भारत में से दुनिया के लिए इस दिशा में काम होगा।
This will strengthen India's position as a global leader in research and innovation in the traditional medicine sector. This will also help in making traditional medicines more accessible to the masses. The state will also benefit from the growth of medical value travel, as the milestone event puts India in the driving seat of the global traditional medicine sector. With an investment of $250 million from the Government of India, the Global Center will give a significant push to preventive and curative healthcare for the people of the state. It will greatly enhance the scope of affordable and accessible healthcare to all. As the GCTM aims to strengthen and streamline the research and development activity in the traditional medicine sector through education and training, Gujarat is set to become a hub for education, learning and skill development.
That's the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why India and Gujarat for GCTM. Now for India, ladies and gentlemen, the year 2022 holds a special significance. For this year, we are celebrating 75 years of our independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This is a milestone year for us. And in this milestone year, ladies and gentlemen, today India is a rising power under the leadership of Honourable Prime Minister Modi, whom the entire world looks up to for his very bold and decisive leadership, and then for the humanity-oriented programs which he has been undertaking for the entire mankind. We have seen it during the COVID times. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of Honourable Prime Minister Modi, India is ready to take the lead, taking its heritage of traditional medicine to the furthest corners of the world so as to benefit the entire mankind, wishing the well-being of everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look forward to the guidance and leadership of the outstanding global leader, Prime Minister Modi, with your applause, I invite Honourable Prime Minister Modi to address this august gathering.
नमस्कार। मॉरिशस के प्रधानमंत्री श्री प्रवीण कुमार जुगनाथ जी, वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के डायरेक्टर जनरल डॉक्टर टेड्रोस, गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के मेरे सहयोगी श्री सर्बानंद जी सोनवाल, डॉक्टर मनसुख मांडविया, डॉक्टर मुंजपरा महेंद्र भाई, यहां उपस्थित अन्य सभी महानुभाव, देवी और सज्जनों, आज हम सभी पूरी दुनिया में हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस के लिए एक बहुत बड़े आयोजन के साक्षी बन रहे हैं। मैं WHO के डायरेक्टर जनरल डॉक्टर टेड्रोस का विशेष रूप से आभारी हूं। अभी डॉक्टर टेड्रोस ने भारत की प्रशंसा में जो शब्द कहे, मैं प्रत्येक भारतीय की तरफ से उनका धन्यवाद करता हूं। और जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने गुजराती, हिंदी, अंग्रेजी एक प्रकार से त्रिवेणी का एहसास कराया है और हर भारतीय के दिल को छू लिया है, उसके लिए भी मैं विशेष रूप से उनका अभिनंदन करता हूं। डॉक्टर टेड्रोस से मेरा परिचय पुराना है और जब भी हम मिले हैं, उन्होंने भारत के गुरुओं ने उसको कैसे शिक्षा दी, वो इतने गौरव से उसका उल्लेख करते हैं और इतना प्रसन्नचित्त अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करते हैं और उनका भारत के प्रति जो लगाव है आज एक संस्थान के रूप में यहां प्रकट हो रहा है। और वो मुझे कहते हैं कि मेरा चाइल्ड है, मैं आपको दे रहा हूं, अब आपकी जिम्मेवारी है कि आपको इसका पालन पोषण करना है। मैं डॉक्टर टेड्रोस को विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि आपने जिस भरोसे से भारत को ये जिम्मेवारी दी है और जिस उत्साह और उमंग से हमारे यहां के मुख्यमंत्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल ने इस पूरी जिम्मेवारी को अपने कंधे पर लिया है, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आपकी आशा और अपेक्षा के अनुसार हम खरे उतरेंगे। मैं अपने अभिन्न मित्र और मॉरिशस के प्रधानमंत्री श्री जुगनाथ जी का भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मेरा उनके परिवार से भी करीब 3 दशक पुराना संबंध रहा है। जब भी मॉरिशस गया, उनके घर जाना, उनके पिताजी से मिलना, उनके परिवार के सबसे संपर्क, 3 दशक का ये पुराना नाता। और मुझे खुशी हुई कि आज मेरे निमंत्रण वो मेरे होम स्टेट गुजरात में आए और उन्होंने भी गुजरात के साथ, गुजराती भाषा के साथ अपना नाता जोड़ करके हम सबका दिल जीत लिया है। अभी हमने बांग्लादेश की प्रधानमंत्री, भूटान के प्रधानमंत्री और नेपाल के प्रधानमंत्री के भी विचार सुने। WHO ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के लिए सभी ने अपनी शुभकामनाएं दी हैं। मैं सभी का आभारी हूं। साथियों, WHO ने ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के इस सेंटर के रूप में भारत के साथ एक नई पार्टनरशिप की है। ये ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के क्षेत्र में भारत के कंट्रीब्यूशन और भारत के पोटेंशियल दोनों का सम्मान है। भारत इस पार्टनरशिप को पूरी मानवता की सेवा के लिए बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के रूप में ले रहा है। ये सेंटर दुनिया भर में फैली पारंपरिक चिकित्सा से सहयोग से दुनिया के लोगों को बेहतर मेडिकल सॉल्यूशन देने में मदद करेगा। और मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि जामनगर की धरती पर डॉक्टर टेड्रोस और पविंद्र जी की हाजिरी में ये सिर्फ एक भवन का शिलान्यास नहीं हुआ है, ये सिर्फ एक संस्थान का शिलान्यास नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन मैं विश्व भर में प्राकृतिक चिकित्सा में विश्वास करने वाले, परंपरागत चिकित्सा में विश्वास करने वाले हर किसी को कहना चाहता हूं कि आज जब भारत आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है, उस कालखंड में ये जो शिलान्यास हुआ है, वो शिलान्यास आने वाले 25 साल के लिए विश्व भर में ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के युग का आरंभ कर रहा है। मैं अपनी आंखों के सामने देख रहा हूं कि होलिस्टिक हेल्थ केयर के बढ़ते आकर्षण के कारण आने वाले 25 वर्ष में जब देश आजादी की शताब्दी मनाएगा, तब ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन दुनिया के हर परिवार के लिए अति महत्व का केंद्र बन जाएगा। इसका ये शिलान्यास है। और आयुर्वेद में तो अमृत कलश का बड़ा महत्व है और अमृत काल में ये कार्य का आरंभ हो रहा है। इसलिए मैं एक नए विश्वास के साथ एक दूरगामी प्रभावों का असर देख रहा हूं। और मेरे लिए व्यक्तिगत तौर पर यह बहुत सुखद है कि इस ग्लोबल सेंटर की स्थापना हमारे जामनगर में हो रही है। जामनगर का आयुर्वेद से एक विशेष रिश्ता रहा है। 5 दशक से भी ज्यादा पहले जामनगर में विश्व की पहली आयुर्वेद यूनिवर्सिटी की स्थापना हुई थी। यहां एक बेहतरीन आयुर्वेद संस्थान इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टीचिंग एंड रिसर्च इन आयुर्वेदा है। अब विश्व स्वास्थ्य संगठन का ये ग्लोबल सेंटर वेलनेस के क्षेत्र में जामनगर की पहचान को वैश्विक स्तर पर नई ऊंचाई देगा। साथियों, डिसीज फ्री रहना, निरोगी रहना जीवन की सफर का एक महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा हो सकता है, लेकिन वेलनेस ही अल्टीमेट गोल होना चाहिए। साथियों, वेलनेस का हमारा जीवन में क्या महत्व है, ये हमने कोविड पैंडेमिक के इस दौर में अनुभव किया है। इसलिए विश्व को आज हेल्थ केयर डिलीवरी के नए आयाम की तलाश है। मुझे खुशी है कि इस साल के आवर प्लेनेट आवर हेल्थ ये नारा देकर डब्ल्यूएचओ ने भारत का वन अर्थ वन हेल्थ इस विजन को आगे बढ़ाया है। साथियों, हमारे यहां हजारों साल पहले रचित अथर्ववेद में कहा गया है, जीवेम शरदः शतम, यानी 100 वर्ष तक जिए। हमारी परंपरा में 100 वर्ष की आयु की कामना बहुत सहज रही है, क्योंकि तब 100 वर्ष की आयु प्राप्त करना अचंभित नहीं करता था। और इसमें बहुत बड़ी भूमिका हमारी पारंपरिक चिकित्सा पद्धतियों की होती थी। भारत की पारंपरिक चिकित्सा पद्धति सिर्फ इलाज तक सीमित नहीं रही है, बल्कि ये लाइफ की एक होलिस्टिक साइंस है। आप में से बहुत सारे लोग जानते हैं कि आयुर्वेद में हीलिंग और ट्रीटमेंट के अलावा सोशल हेल्थ, मेंटल हेल्थ, हैप्पीनेस, एनवायरमेंटल हेल्थ, करुणा, सहानुभूति, संवेदनशीलता और उत्पादकता सब कुछ इस अमृत कलश में शामिल है। इसलिए हमारे आयुर्वेद को जीवन के ज्ञान के रूप में समझा जाता है और हमारे यहां जितनी प्रतिष्ठा 4 वेदों की है, वैसे ही आयुर्वेद को 5वां वेद कहा जाता है। साथियों, आज आधुनिक दुनिया की जो लाइफस्टाइल है, जो नई नई बीमारियां हम देख रहे हैं, उसे पार पाने के लिए हमारी ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जैसे अच्छी हेल्थ का एक सीधा संबंध बैलेंस डाइट से है। हमारे पूर्वज यह मानते थे कि किसी भी रोग का आधा उपचार बैलेंस डाइट में छिपा होता है। हमारी पारंपरिक चिकित्सा पद्धतियां इन जानकारियों से भरी हुई है कि किस मौसम में क्या खाना चाहिए, क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए। और इन जानकारियों का आधार सैकड़ों वर्षों का अनुभव है, सैकड़ों वर्षों के अनुभव का संकलन है। जैसे हमारे यहां भारत में एक समय था जब विशेष रूप से मोटे अनाज मिलेट्स के उपयोग पर हमारे बुजुर्ग बहुत बल देते थे। समय के साथ हमने इसका उपयोग कम होते भी देखा और आजकल फिर से मिलेट्स की चर्चा बढ़ते हुए देख रहे हैं। मुझे इस बात का भी संतोष है कि मिलेट्स के उपयोग को बढ़ावा देने के लिए भारत का प्रस्ताव यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने स्वीकार किया है। वर्ष 2023 को इंटरनेशनल मिलेट ईयर घोषित करना मानवता के लिए बहुत हितकारी कदम है। एक्सेलेंसी, अभी कुछ समय पहले भारत में जो नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन मिशन शुरू हुआ है, उसमें भी हमारी प्राचीन और पारंपरिक विद्या को ध्यान में रखा गया है। कोविड-19 महामारी के दौरान भी हमने आयुष प्रणाली का व्यापक रूप से उपयोग किया। आयुष काढ़ा, इस नाम से आयुर्वेद आधारित काढ़ा खूब प्रचलित हुआ। आयुर्वेद, सिद्ध, यूनानी फॉर्मुलेशंस की ग्लोबली भी बहुत डिमांड देखने को मिल रही है। दुनिया के अनेक देश आज पैंडेमिक से बचाव के लिए ट्रेडिशनल हर्बल सिस्टम के उपयोग पर बल दे रहे हैं। साथियों, आयुर्वेद और इंटीग्रेटिव मेडिसिन के क्षेत्र में भारत के जो अनुभव है, उनको दुनिया के साथ साझा करना भारत अपना दायित्व समझता है। डायबिटीज, ओबेसिटी, डिप्रेशन जैसी अनेक बीमारियों से लड़ने में भारत की योग परंपरा दुनिया के बहुत काम आ रही है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस के माध्यम से योग प्रचलित हो रहा है और दुनिया भर में लोगों को मानसिक तनाव कम करने में, मन, शरीर, चेतना में संतुलन कायम करने में योग मदद कर रहा है। योग के दायरे का विस्तार करने में भी ये नया संस्थान अहम भूमिका निभाए, ये बहुत आवश्यक है। एक्सेलेंसी, आज इस अवसर पर मैं इस ग्लोबल सेंटर के लिए 5 लक्ष्य भी रखना चाहता हूं। पहला लक्ष्य, टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करते हुए ट्रेडिशनल विद्याओं के संकलन का है, उनका डेटाबेस बनाने का है। अलग अलग देशों में ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन की अलग अलग परंपराएं रही हैं। इस केंद्र में इन परंपराओं का संकलन करते हुए एक वैश्विक संग्रह यानी रिपोजिटरी बनानी चाहिए। ये केंद्र इन परंपराओं के जानकारों, मूल पद्धतियों के स्रोतों का अध्ययन करके भी उनका एक संकलन कर सकते हैं। ऐसा करना इसलिए भी जरूरी है ताकि अलग अलग देशों में मौजूद पारंपरिक चिकित्सा की महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों को मदद करती है। साथियों, जीसीटीएम को पारंपरिक औषधियों की टेस्टिंग और सर्टिफिकेशन के लिए इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड भी बनाने चाहिए। ये आपकी संस्था का दूसरा लक्ष्य हो सकता है। इससे हर देश में लोगों का भरोसा इन औषधियों पर और बढ़ेगा। हम देखते हैं कि भारत की कई पारंपरिक दवाइयां विदेशियों को भी बहुत प्रभावी लगती है, लेकिन वैश्विक स्टैंडर्ड न होने की वजह से उनका नियमित व्यापार सीमित रहता है। इसलिए उनकी उपलब्धता अभी कम रहती है। मुझे लगता है कि कई दूसरे देशों को भी इसी तरह की मुश्किल आती होगी। इस ग्लोबल सेंटर को इसके समाधान के लिए भी काम करना चाहिए। WHO ने भी हाल में आयुर्वेद, पंचकर्म और यूनानी के लिए बेंचमार्क डॉक्यूमेंट तैयार किए हैं। इसका विस्तार किया जाना भी जरूरी है। साथियों, जीसीटीएम एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनना चाहिए जहां विश्व की पारंपरिक चिकित्सा पद्धतियों के एक्सपर्ट्स एक साथ आए, एक साथ जुटे, अपने अनुभव साझा करें। इन प्रयासों को ये ग्लोबल सेंटर अपना तीसरा लक्ष्य बना सकता है। क्या ये संस्थान एक सालाना समारोह कर सकता है? कोई एनुअल ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन फेस्टिवल कर सकता है जिसमें दुनिया के ज्यादा से ज्यादा देशों के एक्सपर्ट्स चिंतन करें, अपनी पद्धतियों को साझा करें। साथियों, मैं समझता हूं इस सेंटर का चौथा लक्ष्य रिसर्च में निवेश से जुड़ा होना चाहिए। जीसीटीएम को ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के क्षेत्र में रिसर्च के लिए फंडिंग को मोबिलाइज करना चाहिए। हम देखते हैं कि आधुनिक फार्मा कंपनियों के लिए रिसर्च क्षेत्र में अरबों खरबों डॉलर्स उपलब्ध रहते हैं। हमें उसी तरह के रिसोर्सेज ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन में रिसर्च के लिए भी तैयार करने चाहिए। पांचवा लक्ष्य ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल से जुड़ा है। क्या जीसीटीएम कुछ स्पेसिफिक बीमारियों के लिए होलिस्टिक ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल विकसित कर सकता है जिसमें मरीज को मॉडर्न और ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन दोनों का फायदा मिले? अपने हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम में इन प्राचीन विद्यालयों के इफेक्टिव इंटीग्रेशन से अनेक बीमारियों से लड़ने में मदद मिल सकती है। साथियों, हम भारतीय वसुधैव कुटुंबकम और सर्वे संतु निरामय इस भावना से जीने वाले लोग हैं। पूरी दुनिया एक ही परिवार है और ये पूरा परिवार हमेशा निरोगी रहे, ये हमारा दर्शन रहा है। आज WHO जीसीटीएम की स्थापना से भारत की ये परंपरा और समृद्ध हो रही है। WHO का यह केंद्र विश्व भर में लोगों का स्वास्थ्य बेहतर बनाएगा। इसी कामना के साथ मैं अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूं और मैं अब दोनों ही मेहमानों का समय निकालने के लिए, इस समारोह को ऊंचाई देने के लिए, इसका महात्म्य बढ़ाने के लिए हृदय से उनका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। एक बार फिर आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपके उत्साहवर्धक और ज्ञानवर्धक संदेश के लिए जो आपके अपने एक्सपीरियंशियल व्यूज हैं। और ladies and gentlemen, today history has been created. Let's capture this moment in the cameras with all our leaders here on the stage. Once again expressing a big thanks to Honourable Prime Minister Modi for the leadership, thanking Honourable Prime Minister of the Republic of Mauritius for joining us, and thank you to Dr. Tedros. जैसा कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि आज यहाँ पर इस शिलान्यास आने वाले समय में ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन के युग का आरंभ है और 2047 में जब भारत अपनी आज़ादी का 100वां वर्षगांठ मनाएगा, तब ये ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन पूरी तरह से पूरे विश्व की सेवा में अपनी प्रतिबद्धता की तरफ आगे बढ़ता जाएगा। Once again, thank you to all present here. Thank you for joining us, and many congratulations to all the leaders of WHO, of Ministry of